Hey, how's it going? I know this is kind of a strange one. It's not a review of a TV show or anything else. It's basically let's talk. Let's chat about this, and I'm really curious what other people think about this. We're talking about Star Wars. We're talking about the original trilogy. Some might say the Holy Trilogy. Episodes 4, 5, and 6. The original versions. Does anybody care about them anymore? Let's talk about that. Now, the reason I bring this up is because of Jon Favreau in a recent interview with Movie TV. He basically was asked if he had enough clout to have Lucasfilm release the original trilogy on Blu-ray or 4K or anything. And this is what he had to say. Do you think anybody but us, like the people who grew up with it, like anybody would care? Because I know to younger people, that's what I figured out is that the younger people have a whole different perception of what Star Wars is. Each generation. For the millennials, it's the prequels. And for younger people, Zoomers, sometimes it's the Clone Wars. In a way, I get it. He's saying that for people who grew up with the special edition of the original trilogy, they won't care. But the people who will care are the people who grew up with it, like he said, people who had it on VHS and were watching it like repeatedly over and over for many, many, many years. And that's the kind of thing that kind of sticks in people's heads, Like I remember when Han shot first. Or actually, he's the only one that shot. Back in 1995, Lucasfilm announced that they were going to release the Star Wars Trilogy on VHS, another edition of the trilogy, but this is going to be the last time that you can own it in the original version. Here is what I purchased. I purchased the widescreen edition, which back then not many people cared about, the difference between pan and scan and widescreen, letterbox, whatever you want to call it. But this is what I purchased. And this is, well, I still have it, of course. And it's actually kind of cool. I still have the original receipt here from July 20th, 1996, from Incredible Universe, which no longer exists. I paid $58.99 for this Star Wars trilogy. It's kind of cool. Now, I keep these for sentimental reasons, of course. I don't have a VHS player that I regularly watch, but it's kind of cool that I have these. But here's the thing. I wanted more. I wanted DVD came out in 1997. I wanted the DVDs. Where are the original versions on DVD? Well, of course, for a long time, that didn't exist at all. What I did is I surfed the high seas on the internet, and I found that, yes, there were versions available for DVD, but you had to make them yourself. And that's what I did. I made these myself. Basically, these are the original versions on non-anamorphic DVD. So I've got special features. I've got the movie. Got some stuff on the back there. It's some really cool stuff actually. It's a pretty cool little set. But of course, this was fan made. This was not something that was an official release at all. That is until 2006, when for whatever reason, Lucasfilm said, "Okay, we'll release the Star Wars trilogy again in a limited edition DVD set, and on the second discs for each movie, we'll have non-anamorphic versions of the original trilogy, the original versions of the movies." Really, these are basically LaserDisc rips as well, just like the ones that I got off the internet. But, we're going to do them ourselves, and they're going to be better quality. Now, I got this cool special edition Best Buy set, but yeah, that's what that is. On the second disc, you can see there, original theatrical version of Star Wars. That's what they did for each one, and it was actually pretty cool. It's still not anamorphic, so it's not going to fill a 16:9 screen, which is kind of a disappointment. I kind of wish they'd just gone ahead and, upsampled it to an anamorphic version, but that's what we got. Now, why is all this important? I mean, it's not like the movies are that different, right? Well, it's just a personal preference kind of thing. For me, I like having all versions of a movie, including the original Academy Award winning versions. I'd kind of like to have those on a format that's, I don't know, a little bit higher quality than VHS or non-anamorphic DVD. I would like them in 4K. And you know what? There's people out there that have already done that. Now, please don't ask me where you can find these, because I guess strictly speaking, it's not entirely legal.
I will make it legal.
Yes, we know. The thing is, it's just not something that I'm going to do. I'm not going to risk that on this video or my YouTube channel by telling you. But there are versions out there that have been despecialized. I'll just say that. If you Google that, you'll probably be able to come across them. And they're very, very nice. What they are versions that have been kind of Frankenstein together based on the best available sources to give you that original version of the trilogy in a very, very good looking format. There is a market for it. And I don't understand why anyone, especially someone like Disney, would want to not capitalize on something that would actually sell. I do want to make a quick note about film preservation in general. George Lucas very famously came out and talked and spoke against colorization of films and films that have been modified in any way from the director's vision. And he made it very clear that he was talking about anything outside of the director's vision. So what he's doing to the special edition, for many people, they look at that and they say, well, that goes against what you're talking about. But let's be honest, those are the director's vision, and he owns Star Wars, or he did. So that's the kind of situation that we're looking at. Does it make sense to preserve the original versions of these films for historical purposes? Absolutely. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure that's already been done. We just don't know about it. So the question is Disney ever going to release those in a format that we can enjoy at home? I hope so. So the question is for you, were you even aware that there are different versions of these Star Wars films? And do you know the differences between those two? And for those of you who do know about the special editions and the original versions, would you be interested in buying a Blu-ray or 4K set with those original versions? Let me know down below, because this is one of those topics that comes up every couple of years. And yeah, I'm definitely in the camp that I'm happy because I have been able to get versions that I can enjoy, but I probably would purchase another set if it were available. So let's talk about it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.